the next part is the assessments. So how you choose what assessments will really depend on your client. What I like to do is I like to have a Skype call with my clients first. And although it does take a little bit of time, you really get to know your clients a little bit better. So I have 4 different parts of the Skype call that I have. The first part being just a little bit of building rapport, so getting to know my clients. I have a couple questions on the initial intake form that asks them a few of their hobbies and just getting to know you type questions. And so that's really going to be important to building that rapport in that first piece. Then I ask them if they have any questions on the platform. And I go over all of the different steps, and what's cool about Skype is that you can share your screen with your client. So if they have any questions on how anything is working, you can go through and actually show them exactly where things are and how things need to be done. And then after I ask them if they have any questions on the platform, then what I like to do is go over a movement screen. And this will definitely look different based on the people that you are training. For example, I like to train people, and that's my niche, that are new to exercise or that want to add a little variety to their workouts, but they're still a beginner. So I have 4 different key assessments that I have them complete, and they'll see that on the platform when they log in to the platform. They'll see those 4 movement assessments that we'll be completing on the Skype call. For example, one is a squat. So they can view the assessment, they can actually video record themselves doing that assessment, send it to me, and I can critique it that way. But I really, really like to do it during our phone call, because then I can give them tips and information that they might not have thought about. For example, when I have that Skype call, I'll have them watch myself do a squat, a body weight squat, and then after I do that squat, I'll explain the different components of it, such as you should keep your weight in your heels, hands out front, shoulders back. You should be able to wiggle your toes the whole time, sit back on a chair, or whatever types of cues. You guys all know you have to give different types of cues for each person. So after I show them what that squat looks like, then it's their turn. And I'll have them set up the camera, and I instruct this ahead of time to make sure that they have a space where they can complete the exercises and to test their camera to make sure that I can see themselves completing those 4 assessments ahead of time so we don't waste time. So as they're doing the different exercises, I cue them, I give them different things to think about. And then if they have any questions for me, it's really easy for me to just answer those while we're on the phone call. Then the next component is going over their goals. So in the initial intake forms, they have goals that they have already said that they are interested in. And this is the part where I really like to help educate people, because as I'm sure you guys have heard, I want to lose 30 pounds this month. Well, is that safe or practical? And that's the part where it's a lot easier for me to explain that over a Skype call instead of typing it out and sending. It makes it a little more personable, and I can see where they're coming from and help break that to them gently and help them understand the importance of losing a pound to 2 pounds at max per week. Then after we go over the goals, then we talk about the different assessments. So based on what the client is looking for, I choose specific assessments for them, such as they're looking to gain upper body strength. So then I might do the 1-minute push-up test for them, or if they're interested in running a faster mile, I might have them do a 1-mile run test, or if they're interested in increasing their flexibility, I might have them do a couple different flexibility tests. So that's how I determine what types of assessments that they will complete. And then the last piece of the Skype call is if they have any further questions about the program, and then I wrap up our phone conversation with a summary and our next steps, and then I immediately send them an email of what we discussed on Skype and tell them that within the next 24 hours those assessments will be given to them. As soon as they have completed those assessments, then I'll send them their workouts. So that's as far as I get for the assessment tools, and then based on their level of coaching with me. And like I said, everyone who does coaching has a very unique approach to this. I have a higher level of coaching where we talk every 2 weeks. So I will have them schedule another Skype call in 2 weeks' time, and then we go over what's working with the program and anything else that's come up, any health problems or anything that I should be concerned about, if they have any questions again on the movement. But I always make sure to make it very clear that communication is number one, and I'm here for them and are happy to answer any questions at any time.